What's up, good folks? This is your girl Bernicia. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, please hit that subscribe button, join the family. Also hit the notification bell so you guys know whenever I drop new content. All right, y'all. So I know I've been missing in action for the past 2 weeks for the Baddies USA, but I have been watching and I have been keeping up. Okay, so today we're gonna do a reaction to episode 9 of Baddies USA. Child, they went up. Okay, now I'll just say a few things. Summer and Tavi really irritated me this episode, okay? Fauna too. Fauna was getting on my nerves too this episode. I don't know what's up with her and Tavi, but them three just really was getting on my nerves, okay? And this whole situation between Suki and Gretchen is a whole mess, okay? So we're gonna get into it, right? So the episode picks up with Suki and Sapphire having a conversation, okay? Both of these bitches rocking bobs. Suki looking like black rich money, okay, looking like she got good cooch, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Suki sorts of speaks on her altercation with Gretchen, okay, and she's basically saying how she feels like, you know, she didn't like the fact that Gretchen called her a bitch, because she's like, bitch, you know, you're not my friend, you're not my sister, I don't like the context in which you use bitch, okay. And not only that, Suki feels like, bitch, you ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way when I'm a Nefertiti Pan African goodness, okay. So then we get a scene with Dolly and Lex, okay. So Lex, by the way, in her confessional, she looked real cute. Now the outfit kind of looked like she was ready to go and be part of Peter Pan, like she was the pixie from Peter Pan. But I really love that red hair, okay. So anyway, Lex and Dolly is going back and forth about the whole Summer of the situation. At this point, they feel like Summer's been acting weird. They really don't know what her issue is. She ain't standing on it. She ain't speaking on it. So we we 10 episodes in damn near, and we still trying to figure out what the fuck Summer problem is, okay. But I am glad that we get to see like hands on the decline of that friendship, okay. We get to see how things really played out, because let Summer tell it, Lex and Dolly was hating on her from the jump, okay. They was just terrible fucking friends, all right. Now Dolly in this conversation seems like she really don't give a fuck, like, you know, she just ain't with the bullshit. But Lex seems like she really wants to try and repair things. She wants to have a conversation with Summer, and it seemed like it's not going nowhere. Trying to get that conversation or a reasonable response out of Summer. I don't know, but y'all can't say that Lex don't give a fuck, okay? At least Lex don't give a fuck. You can't say that. Now, we get back to Suki and Sapphire, okay? Sapphire tells Suki that she feels like the reason why Gretch felt comfortable enough to say the N-word is because Tavi told her it was okay. So here goes Suki. Oh, so you mean to tell me that Tavi is the reason why Gretch got her ass whooped? Well, here's the thing. Tavi is fucking ignorant, bitch. She's ignorant, okay? For you to tell Gretch that it's okay for her to say the N-word, you is setting this girl up to get her ass whooped. Like, did you not watch the previous season with Gretch on it and how much flack this girl been getting? Why are you telling her to proceed with the bullshit? You should be telling this girl no. If it, you know, talk some sense into her. But then again, Tavi has proven herself to be ignorant as fuck. This episode, child, she pissed me off this episode with her bullshit. But we'll get to Tavi later. So next up, we get to see a scene with Jayla and Scotty, who, by the way, are in Milan, okay? So Lenny allowed, and these are Scotty's words, he allowed her to come and he allowed her to bring a friend, okay, to keep her busy, all right? So anywho, Jayla politely lets us know, because Scotty's like, oh, this is my first time here, and Jayla's like, this is my third, okay, Jayla? Please let them know that you that bitch, okay? So anywho, Scotty starts to try to get into, like, you know, a little bit of the drama and the things that was going on with the girls. You know, she's like, I've been keeping up. Yeah, see, I told y'all in my previous recap, I told y'all, Scotty likes the drama. And one thing about it, I see people in the comments saying, oh, you know, Lenny needs to keep Scotty away from this. Lenny can't keep Scotty from doing shit Scotty don't want to do, okay? Scotty live for the mess. But I told y'all, it's going to get to a point in her pregnancy where she going to want to sit the fuck down somewhere, okay? But I am glad that he got her in Milan away from the bullshit, okay? So then next up, we get to see a scene between Rolly and Tinka, all right? So basically, you know, Rolly starts talking about, you know, how she feels like some of the girls shouldn't be able to perform at the next tour, or the next tour performance. They should some of the girls shouldn't be able to perform because of how bad the audience reacted to them. Okay, Summer, fucking Dolly. According to Rolly, they was throwing bottles and shit like that, and I'm thinking to myself, like, how the fuck was that even allowed? Like, why the fuck do they have items that they can throw at a bitch? Like, give they ass some fucking funnel cups or some shit, so that way that they throw that bitch, it goes with the wind. Okay.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Nothing that they can hurt these girls with. I don't care how bad that they perform. But with that being said, it's like when you are an artist or doing anything of an artistic state, everybody's not going to be feeling you. Okay, so the fact that Rolly wants to take the ones that got booed off this, and just because they got booed in that city doesn't mean that the next city won't love them. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think it makes sense for them to take certain girls off. I feel like if y'all put them bitches on it, y'all might as well ride it out. But on the other end, it's like, I kind of get it too. Like, y'all fucking up the performance. Like, if I was on there performing, I would want their ass out too. Shit, less bitches I gotta compete with. I'm just saying. Okay. So then at that point, she ends up FaceTiming Natalie, who, by the way, is away tending to a funeral for her security guard. Now, we haven't talked about that at all here, but for those of you who don't know, Natalie's security guard passed away. Okay, and this is somebody who might as well be family to Natalie, so she's basically over there dealing with her family and things like that. I feel like at this point, Natalie taking leave of absence is, I think she should be given more grace for that. So she also goes on to tell Rolly that she wants Rolly to host a house meeting, and she sort of feels the same way that Rolly feels as far as like some of the girls not being able to perform at the next city because of the crowd's reaction to them. But like I said, once again, everybody's not gonna like everything. Like, just because they wasn't liked in that city doesn't mean that Dolly may go to the next city and people love her. You feel me? So it's just like, I don't think it's right. Or not just Dolly, but whoever, a few of the other girls that got booed. I just feel like, all of that's not necessary. If you want to take out anybody, take out all them intermediary bitches. Because if them hoes ain't comedians or some type of performers, if they just going up there to fucking talk, you can take their role out. Because, like, what's the point of them being there? We don't need 15 hostess and only, like, a handful of actual performers. I'm just saying. So then next up, we get a scene with Gretch and Smiley. Now, let's get into these confessionals real quick. Now, Gretchen, she looks really nice. I like that blonde on Gretchen. And then y'all be sleeping on Gretch too, because Gretch is a very beautiful girl. She's very fucking skinny, but she her face card definitely eats. Okay. Smiley, on the other hand, I don't know what the fuck she been having going on. Okay, I haven't been commenting on her confessionals because from her being the crossing guard to the trash bag to all the weird shit she got going on. Smiley's one of those people that you just can't pay them no attention. Okay, kind of like when you at the light and a homeless person come up to you and they waving those little signs. You sometimes, if you look at them, they talk to you, so you gotta kind of not look at them. Okay, that is what Smiley does with her outfits. Cause bitch, what the fuck you got going on? Okay, this is not Halloween. I ain't gonna lie, the colors is artistic, but bitch, like, girl, pick a struggle. This is why people don't take you serious now. Pick a fucking struggle.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
So anyway, Gretchen and Smiley having a conversation. And Smiley's asking Gretchen about, her beef and her drama with Suki and whatever. Woo. And so Gretchen says she don't give a fuck. It's still up because she feel like she was tried. Now, I'll just say this too. When Gretchen and Suki was going back and forth arguing, Gretchen clearly did not want to escalate things with Suki, but Suki was so passionate about what she's saying, she basically nitpicked that fight with Gretchen. I'm just saying, because Gretchen didn't want the nigga thing to become a whole thing again. You feel me? She was trying to back out of that situation, but Suki just wasn't having it, and so they end up getting back and forth. Okay, but at this point, I don't feel like Gretchen's a bad person. I actually like Gretchen. She seemed like she cool as fuck. Okay, so if y'all want to beat this girl down because she's saying nigga, then you gotta ask yourself, like, what the fuck? You feel me? But at the same time, it's like, Gretchen, come on, girl. certain problems people walk themselves into. And that's that whole people hating you, Gretchen, it can be avoidable if you stop saying certain shit. See, you want to stand in that, so you're going to have to stand on the hate. That's all it is, okay? So the girls are back on the tour bus now, and they're on their way to the Chicago house, okay? And so almost like immediately, Fauna and Nunu gets into a fight. So you see the girls get on the bus. Smiley goes over to give Fauna a hug, and Fauna kind of pushes her back, which is crazy because I didn't notice that at first. But Smiley tries to give Fauna a hug, and she pushes her back because she sees that Nunu is getting ready to come for her. So anyway, them two started fighting. And let me just tell y'all, the fight kind of was like, child, wasn't really no fight. Like, child, they scrapped a little bit, but it was just more like they swung at each other and made a lot of noise, a lot of hoopla, and it was the end of it, okay? Like I told y'all in my previous videos, if y'all watch, I don't believe that the fight between Nunu, Cold Killer, and Fauna is legit. I feel like whatever they got going on now, I feel like it's all orchestrated, okay? Because it's just like, at this point, the biggest part of y'all beef is about a person who's not on the show, and it's not leveling out to me. It's not making any real sense to me. So, child, that shit is contrived, okay? But let me tell y'all something. People be sleep on Nunu because Nunu eats every time. Like, homegirl, she looks really, 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 really good in her confessionals, okay? So then next up, Tinka asks, next up, the girls, some more girls get on the bus or whatever. Tinka them, I think, come on the bus or whatever. Whoop, whoop. And then they start getting into fucking Gretch and asking Gretch about, you know, how she's feeling, okay? And Gretch is, telling the girls like her feelings are still a little hurt because of the whole booation of the situation. They was booing her and et cetera, et cetera. And so for the most part, it seems like most of the girls seem to agree that, like, people should let up off Gretch for using the nigga word, but I don't agree with them sitting up here. Well, particularly Tavi and fucking Tinka. Tinka pissed me off, though, with her motherfucking crackly face ass. I know she ain't sitting up there saying because Gretch fucked a black nigga and she got kids from a black nigga that makes her black. No, bitch, just because those be the main ones, though. Those be the main ones. Those women from other cultures, the ones that be fucking on these black niggas, them be the main ones talking down on black women and think they better than us because our niggas is fucking them. They think that they cream of the crop. Okay? Gretch is one of those, them be the main ones. So just because she got kids from a black man don't mean that she like you. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying that Gretch, let me exclude Gretch from that because obviously Gretch is not that type. She damn sure don't give me that type of vibe. She don't give me racist vibes at all. But I'm just saying, like, don't use that as an excuse. Don't use that to excuse Gretch because either way, she don't get an exemption. I'm sorry. Don't matter how many kids she go lay up and have. She could go have kids from the king of Wakanda. That won't make her any more black. I'm just saying. So anyway, child, at the end of the day, I feel like this. If Gretch can't say the N-word, then nobody else on that bitch should say the N-words. If you have a speck of black, 25% of black, I don't give a fuck. If you ain't blackity black, bitch, you shouldn't be saying the N-word, okay? Well, nobody should. Because at this point, I'm tired of having this debate, okay? I am so tired of having this debate. So then next thing you know, Lex decides to confront Tavi baby about a live that she did where she just kept bringing up Lex's name. Now, Zeus did their big one because they did pull up the recording of the live. See, Tavi like to scream and holler and yell and shit so that you can't understand what the other person's saying. And she was acting like she ain't said shit, but see, they played back the clip. Okay? So basically, Lex, the way Lex look at it, Lex was trying to leave the whole situation alone. Y'all seen last season, Lex beat up Tavi baby like 100 motherfucking times. Tavi couldn't win for shit. She kept trying, couldn't win a fight, okay? And so Lex been leaving her alone. She got so much hate and flag for it. People say, oh, Tavi, you bullying Tavi, da-da-da-da. But listen, Lex left the girl alone. She ain't been saying shit to this girl, been minding her own motherfucking business. And yet, Tavi goes online and continues to antagonize the situation between her and Lex. Okay? So, She went online saying how Lex been quiet and shit. She ain't saying shit. Basically trying to talk like she the big dog or whatever. Woo woo. So of course Lex confronts her about it. Like, bitch, I haven't been speaking on you. I haven't been saying nothing to you. I haven't been fucking with you. Cause like, bitch, I know I can whoop your ass. So it's that. That's no discussion. So what point is there to fuck with you if I don't have any issue with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the problem? Like, do you want to fight? Do you want to have beef or not? You know what I'm saying? Tate's like, oh, why you keep trying to fight me? You a little girl compared to me, but bitch, you don't want nobody to call you old. But why you keep calling this girl a little girl? Like, see, for me, I feel like Tavi will never be satisfied with the whole Lex situation until she take a win. I think she don't took so many L's from Lex. I think one win would simmer her down. But unfortunately, girl, just let it go. Let it fucking go. Let it go. Let it go. So, anyway, child, Lex and Tavi baby, they going at it back and forth arguing because Tavi doesn't like the fact that Lex is coming at her about the things that she said online. But once again, like I said earlier, Tavi, you have been speaking on this girl when she has not even bothered or fucked with you or looked in your direction, and you continuously speak on her. So she wasn't wrong to confront Tavi as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, so them two going back and forth, and Lex is like, Tavi, get out my face. Like, get out my face. And then it gets to the point where she pushes the shit out of Tavi. See, Tavi want that once again. See, Tavi gonna get what she asking for soon enough. But y'all check this, right? So while Lex and Tavi arguing, Summer decides to throw in her 2 cents. More so, she says some little slick shit in agreement with Tavi. And it's basically like trying to nitpick with Lex and make Lex mad. But I'm like Dolly on the whole situation. Get off what you mad at. Like, bitch, stop picking and doing like little nitty picky, funny, acting weird ass shit. Like, just bitch, speak your piece. Say how you really feel. Let a bitch know where you really stand at. Which in a sense, Summer is telling them she ain't fucking with them. But it's like, don't be doing all this weird shit. Because if you friends with motherfuckers, if they at least deserve to know why you not fucking with them. I'm just saying, like, I'm not finna be walking around with shit balled in. I'm gonna tell a bitch how I really feel, okay? So then they start, Lex and Summer gets into an argument about this whole Beyonce situation. So apparently there was some type of meeting amongst the executives and the big three, and there was a conversation about what the beef was between the three, and apparently Lex made a comment along the lines of Summer is the Beyonce of the group, and apparently this offended Summer. Summer felt like she was being shady or whatever the case is. I don't care about the comment either way, and as far as I'm concerned, yes, unfortunately Summer is the Beyonce of the group, because with Summer being segregated from them, you hardly hear too much from Dolly or Lex. I think without this whole beef between them, you wouldn't be hearing from Dolly or Lex. That they unfortunately just don't have standout spectacle of personalities like Summer. But maybe in a different dynamic, they can shine as well. But either way, like, while that may be true, I guess to each his own. Some people feel like, okay, well, Lex is fucked up for saying that. But judging from everything that's going on, I don't think so. Okay, so whatever. Next thing you know, the girls arrive to the Chicago house. Okay, so some of the girls, the first group of girls we see is Suki and her posse. On a Big Mac. And fucking, what's her face? Mariah Lynn. So, okay, they coming in talking. Mind you, Suki was given sexy 90s pinup. I don't know. Suki got like features that you can pretty much put her with any look, to be honest. I like her look. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't wear that shit, but it looked good on her. Okay, whatever the case is. So they sitting up there talking. Sapphire and Suki on a walk in. And I like what I could appreciate from this moment. I can appreciate the fact that, Anna kind of called Sapphire out on how ridiculous she was acting. I mean, when she heard that Suki was downstairs fighting Gretch, she went bananas berserk. You did all of that for absolutely nothing. Like, we get it. Like, she has been, kind of, how would you put it? Like, for certain things have been said, about her, not coming to Suki's defense before, but bitch, obviously, there's other ways to redeem yourself. I just feel like she acted crazy, okay? So, anywho, they, kind of speak on the Suki and Gretch situation, and it seems like for the most part, the girls, they really seem like to like Gretch, but this whole Nika situation, I just wish that everybody can just kind of move past it, and we can really get a chance to see Gretch for her personality, because the little glimpses I'm seeing don't seem like she's too bad of a person, okay? Anywho, they kind of get into Rolly a bit, okay? So, Rolly, if you gonna be so if you're gonna be vibing and not vibing, but if you're supposed to be like running the house and taking charge and being on top of shit, Rolly, part of that includes being on top of everything, okay? So apparently the girls had some type of meet and greet, and from the looks of it and the way Biggie was talking, it looked like these girls didn't have their shit together, and that's part of Rolly's job, to make sure that these bitches had their shit together, okay? Yeah, man. Rolly, come on, baby. You have bigger shoes to fill, and you need to fill them. Like, motherfuckers be saying they want a position until they actually get it, and they realize that they actually have to put in work to maintain that position. It's like that. It be like that. So anyway, child, the girls kind of start getting into some of the dramas and the beef that was happening, and Cold Killer brings up the fact that she had got into it with Nunu on the bus, okay? And Fauna starts talking about it as well. Like I said, this whole shit between them seems to me orchestrated. Like, it seems to me like this is just a fake beef. But even if the beef was legit and was real, it's just crazy because it seemed like Nunu was always by herself. Like, is Nunu unlikable or something? Because it seemed like every single time there's something going on, Nunu is always standing in the paint, like literally by herself. So I'm wondering if she's even fucking likable at this point. Then they asked Tavi about her little situation with Lex, and she says that Lex is mad because she can't accept accountability for the things that she do. But if you ask me, that whole incident between Tavi and Lex was really on Tavi, because Lex was confronting Tavi about some shit that Tavi did. So, bitch, why'd you sit up here lying? You was the one that got all mad when Lex went to confronting you. And thank God Zeus inserted the clip, because, bitch, the way she was screaming and hollering like Martin Luther Tavi, like, oh, you just not gonna keep messing with me. You young. I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up. All right. So then, the next group of girls arrive. You got, Tinkerbella, Gretch, and a few other girls, okay? So when Gretch comes in, she's saying, like, off rip, she wants Suki head. So she comes in, she goes for Suki, but Sapphire's like, no, she's not fighting, okay? So here goes Sapphire, trying to redeem herself, okay? So she goes to try to jump in front of Gretch while, Gretch is coming for Suki. So she's like, I'm not gonna get jumped by y'all. Gretch like, I'm not gonna get jumped by y'all. Y'all not gonna jump me. Y'all not gonna jump me. And so, the girl's like, it ain't gonna be no jumping. It ain't gonna be no jumping. So the next thing you know, Gretch and Sapphire squares up. And I kid you not, it looks like Gretch stole off in Sapphire's shit. It looked like she was actually getting the better of Sapphire, okay? And then Suki comes out of nowhere and went attacking her. So next thing you know, she went from being unjumped to being jumped, okay? So when they pull Gretch ass out of the haywire, Gretch unfortunately have a cut or a slice or something on her neck, because her neck is bleeding at this point. And she's in the kitchen getting patched up, telling everybody that she feels like it was Suki who did it. Now, when Sapphire showed her hands, she didn't have anything on her hands, but I'm thinking that maybe it was them big ass jewelry, rings and watches and shit that Suki had on that could have caused the cut. And then I see a lot in the comments that a lot of people has some mixed feelings about this jumping situation. Some people feel like Gretch deserved it. Some people feel like Suki was dead ass wrong for jumping in when Sapphire took the fight for her. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment sections. But as for me, I personally don't feel like Suki was wrong, because at the end of the day, Gretch came in there trying to fight Suki, okay? Ain't nobody told Sapphire ass to jump in. Yes, Sapphire wanted to jump in and stand in for her friend. Yes, that's cool. But, bitch, I wanted to fight this bitch. You didn't have to fight her for me. I would have did that. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, if my friend is if somebody else is getting the better of my friend, I'm gonna jump in. I don't give a fuck who she was fighting for or why she was fighting. The bitch could have been fighting for the flag of prejudice of allegiance. Bitch, it doesn't matter. If my friend, somebody was getting the better of my friend, I would have jumped in and helped her too. It just is what it is. And from the looks of it, it looked like Gretch was getting Sapphire ass. I ain't gonna lie, the way she ran up and popped Sapphire, I swear it looks like she was getting the best of her. So, but on the other hand, too, Gretch is about this big. Like, she is a twig compared to both Suki and Sapphire. You know what I'm saying? So, even though size don't mean nothing clearly, because the way Suki said that Gretch has crackhead scrimps, I can actually see that. I can see Gretch being being a strong, cocky ass skinny bitch, because that's what she looks like. You could tell the bitch just looks strong all in the face. She got kangaroo strength. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know kangaroo's stronger than a bitch. You don't ever want to fade a kangaroo. I'm just saying, like, not that I have, but I'm just saying y'all don't ever want to fade a kangaroo, and that's what Gretch gives me. She gives me a white kangaroo. So anyway, child, everybody trying to figure out what the fuck happened. Nunu mad because she don't want Dan and seeing that Gretch had cut on her. She's like, why y'all jumped her? Da, da, da. Bitch, if you care that much, why you ain't trying to fight for your friend? Ain't that your friend? Girl, shut up. What I will say, however, Suki stood in it. Suki said, I don't want to hear shit about no jumping shit when all the rest of y'all, when y'all other bitches be doing it too. Like, I don't want to hear shit about shit. Yeah, I jumped her. Yeah, I jumped her. Suki don't give a shit, okay? That's the thing. Bitch, if you gonna fight, if you gonna jump a motherfucker, just stand in it. It is what it is. I don't know. Hate it or love it. Fuck it. So next thing you know, Tavi, for whatever odd reason, storms outside. Now, she's mad and hyped and shit. I don't know. Like, looking at it, because I had to watch this particular scene twice. Well, the second time was really for shits and giggles. But, but yeah. So, Tavi storms outside, right? And if you ask me, I'm thinking that maybe they, like, her and Lex was supposed to have this meet up, because at first it appeared that Tavi was out there trying to get her some me time, because for whatever reason she amped up. So she out there trying to convince herself, amped up, just walking back and forth. And then Lex comes out to have a conversation with her. But the way that scene went, and the way that Tavi was already like, kind of like, I don't know, trying to get herself into hype mode. You ever seen like how boxers, before they fight, how they have to have, like, something to try to hype them up or whatever. That's what she was doing. So, I don't know. Looking back at it, it kind of looked like Tavi knew that Lex was for to come out there. Whatever the case is, Lex come out there. She from all appearances, it looks like she was trying to have a conversation with Tavi. Tavi was like, what? Like, all aggressive and shit, per usual. And so Lex was like, okay, well, we can, I just want to talk, but you can stay over there. Like, but the way she said it, I would have probably felt the way too. Cause like, bitch, I was out here minding my own motherfucking business. You don't tell me where I can stand and then try to conduct the conversation on top of that. Bitch, who was you? But I mean, Tavi is the older one. So why the fuck is Lex more calm and more, I don't know, collected than Tavi's being right now? It befuddles me, okay? Long story short, Tavi decides that she wants to steal off and Lex shit. Why did she do that? Because she ended up getting her ass whooped again. So at one point, her and Tavi, Lex and Tavi were going bowl for bowl. It looked like Lex was beating her ass while they were standing up, beat her ass when they fell down. But either way, Tavi ended up slipping and falling. And why she did that? Because Lex was, if it wasn't for that security guard, Tavi. If it wasn't for that security guard, girl, you'd have been half dead. Ooh. So anyway, child, it was the cameraman for me. Like, why the fuck could we hear their whole conversation during this scene? Like, that's why I said this shit was so produced. Y'all ain't have the lighting properly or nothing. Like, it's like they just threw together this little scene real quick. We need to get this little tension out between Lex and Tavi, baby. Or maybe it was that Ashley Washington, okay? Maybe it was that, okay? I don't fucking know. Anyway, Tavi got her ass mopped. We knew it was going to happen. So, meanwhile, inside, Cold Killer and Nunu go to scrapping again. And I'm like, what the fuck? I am so sick of them. I am so sick of them. Like, really, they beef is stupid and pointless. It's not even interesting. And why the fuck they look like two cats? Like, they look like two cats. Like, they fights just look so, ugh. I don't even like to see them fight. But the most interesting thing is what happened next, okay? So then we get the fight between Suki and Gretch. So Gretch comes back into the scene. She got her neck wrapped up looking like a fucking praying mantis. She already... Bitch, how you gonna come out here with your neck? It wasn't funny because she got, like, you know, a little scratch from the rain. But why would you come out with your neck looking like that trying to fight somebody? Imagine putting a neck cast on a giraffe. Oh God, I was dying. I don't know Suki, but it looked like, I don't know, it looked like Gretch got Suki ass too. I don't know, we'll see. But child, that is where the episode goes off. So y'all, that was interesting. Okay. But judging from the little teasers, next episode looks like Mariah and Summer is going to get into a fight. Now, I think that's a good little match because both of them fight about the same level. So, I think that'll be a good little fight. And then you have the Biggie versus Tommy whole situation. I think that's well overdue. I think Biggie should have been slapped that bitch. But, hey, me and Biggie, two different people. Dolly finally gets on Summer. Ooh. Dolly was reading Summer ass for filth. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see. And then Natalie flips out about something. Now, we do know she is grieving. So, I'm going to give Natalie a pass for that pink wig and that pasty skin complexion. Okay? But with that being said, folks, please let me know in the comment section how you guys felt about this past week's episode. Okay, how are you guys feeling about the whole Lex versus Tavi situation? Do you guys feel like Tavi deserved to get her ass whooped? And furthermore, do you also feel like Gretch deserved to be jumped by Suki and Sapphire? Since that has been the talk of the town, please let me know your guys' thoughts on those things in the comment section. Also, if you are new here, please subscribe. It's free. Also, for everyone, hit the notification bell so you guys know when I drop some new content. I will try to be more consistent, y'all. But none of y'all motherfuckers is paying my bills. You know what? I need to start being like them people and putting the Cash App shit at the bottom of the page. Because at this point... it's hard out here for a pimp. Okay, with that being said, I love you folks. Bye. Deuces.
This supposed to be the Starburst or whatever, but it's not giving Starburst. It's giving hood. It's giving block. It's giving hood. It's giving block. I heard pow, 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 pow. He got shot. I heard pow, 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 pow. Giving block. I was sleeping. I had heard something. I heard pow, 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 pow.